Welcome back to the VTuber News. This is Salvi, the one who resides on the right side of your screen most of the time, and I'm here now just to remind you guys that I do have a goal for, at the very least, until my birthday in June. I would love to be able to reach 20k subscribers, so if you could please subscribe and continue to watch these videos whenever you have a chance, I would really appreciate it. Just a small reminder, of course, and do enjoy the rest of the video. It is gone, and of course, fans are disappointed and saddened by it, as we're going to Filian, a Kimono Mimi VTuber, who ran the VTuber Awards with other VTubers like Shay Lily, etc. I was able to get one of those cards that was, given out during the last VTuber Awards. I believe it was in 2024, 2025, and I was able to get one of those V-card cards. It came out in a nice sleeve and everything like that, so that was very nice. But we're going to Filian here, who has run that one for several years. It has become a much bigger one. There were some people that were complaining about, who had won and that type of thing. But in general, it was a successful one. It was a successful VTA Awards. It was shut down because of their WePlay, I believe the name was, of the agency that was helping them with their production, because she had, collabed with, they say, a Russian VTuber. They no longer wanted to do it with her. That was extreme, even in my consideration. I do understand, yes, they are from Ukraine, or at least they're Ukrainian based, or at least have, love Ukraine, and Ukraine is right now under invasion from Russia. So that was their thing. They made it political, which is what I don't like happening in the VTubing community. That is the short end of the whole thing. I thought they were going to try to find a way to come back with other things, with another agency to work with, to help their production. But unfortunately, it looks like that is not going to happen because, number one, this is gone. This is the VTuber Awards website. It is now gone. And next, the last thing they had here was the WePlay Studios thing happening there. January 9th, 2025 was the last time WePlay Studios did anything with them. Last time they actually put anything was, in January 2025. So that was silence. It says over here on Reddit, try looking up who owns the domain is registered to a redacted name in Iceland with a phone number that has been used for scams. So they might have gotten hacked, or someone stopped paying for the domain and scammers scooped it up. According to this service, same phone number and anonymized data was used since the domain was first registered. That's probably the standard phone number that the privacy service uses in place of a real one. Probably got taken down by her former production partners, Ukrainians, who parted ways after Filian talked with a few Russian VTubers, or Filian stopped paying the domain fees. Or if they didn't pay the domain fee of a project, if is most likely paused or gone, and Filian is still on hiatus. I have a stroke reading this. Please edit your reply. Sounds like Filian burned another bridge by talking to people she really should not have. Classic Filian. She is a VTuber, Jake Paul. Well, a lot of people are on both sides. I believe she should talk to whoever she wants to. And yes, in the cases there are going to be consequences, but these I think was a little extreme in my case. In my situation, the way I see it, in the situation here, it was a little bit extreme. I bet she just her actual smooth brain self. At worst, that Jake Paul still on my mind. Says I've seen some wild clips, and I can only imagine how a tourist would view her before watching an actual stream. I don't think an anti-Russian sentiment should extend all the way to bashing a person for talking to a Russian person. What seems to be your hatred is getting in the way of an objective overview. Curious and check GoDaddy. Domain is still owned by someone. I already had a feeling that there was be another VTuber award show anytime soon. End of a good show. This person says here, really wish Filian would have kept going with this yearly. End of a good show, even with some awkwardness and flaws. Nicely highlighted a lot of VTubers who normally would not be considered for any type of award. And other shows I've seen for all content creators or streamers or on a platform, they're heavily favored flesh tubers. So it was nonsensical. It was controversial. Hololive had way too many slots. Still goes best damn VTuber awards Twitch ever had. It's sad that this kind of project is taking out a lot of creators. Since at the end of the day, they are a celebration of the medium, and they were a celebration of the medium. Checking 1 year and then seeing the whole new roster of faces is the next one, is the beauty of it. Specifically now that indies are having a golden age. And that's my main take on this whole thing. You can talk to whoever you want to. Yes, there are going to be consequences, but this should not be one of them. I have Russian people in my community. I never, ever say anything against them. They are citizens of a place. They are not the ones pushing for what the government does. Just like I don't want to be criticized for being an American. I am an American citizen. I don't always condone, I rarely ever condone what my government does. Citizens are at the whim of their government, and they should not be penalized. Someone should not be penalized for talking to a citizen of another country, in my opinion. You guys let me know what you think down below, though. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe. She was arrested for drawing yabai art in the UK. As we go to the bratty Imuoto bunny girl, Mimi Yanagi. And let's go through it. It will say here, good afternoon, Bun Buns. So they apologize for the absence. Mimi has a long story to tell. On Monday, April 20th, so that was several days ago, Mimi was arrested by the UK police for possession of her artwork and her artwork alone. Currently on bail and pending the outcome of a criminal investigation into her accounts and activities. All of her devices were seized as a result of the arrest. As a result of her bail conditions, Mimi has to move to a new account. Is required to use a header name on a new account that her bail officers have agreed to. The account in question is Mimi Yabai. Her bail conditions, her activities for the foreseeable future have to be both SFW and fully transparent in order to prevent a breach of her bail conditions. Mimi apologizes sincerely from the bottom of her heart for letting all of you down and for disappointing you in such a way. They made her dox her real name on her new account as well. What the F? Sorry this is happening to you. Reminds me of how someone assumed was British. I tried to say I was undergoing investigation for my own content. I'm American. People are effed. I don't think I've ever been as angry as someone else on someone else's behalf before. If Starmer and the rest of this useless government can't get their head around the fiction being real, the fiction not being real, how on earth do they have the audacity to think with their collective brains, this is for art. This is for purely fictional art that has no basis in reality, that has no basis in anything going on, and I have been informed of this by someone else, of course, and it is insane, but also not surprising when it comes to the UK. The UK is very, very draconian. They have had government surveillance for a long time. They've had cameras everywhere surveilling you for a long time in the UK. They have had a lot of restrictions. They're the ones who have that Save the Children Act or whatever the heck it is, where you have to show your face on to be able to get to many sites. They've had a lot of draconian rules curtailing people's freedoms for think of the children type of thing. The UK art in question was stuff like this. She is a petite person. And in this art here, they have come for art like this of her character. Art that she has of her own stuff. Not based on anyone else, as far as I know. But of course, it doesn't surprise me with the way that UK is with the draconian laws. We won't come for the art. Our surveillance network is just for the terrorists, it's just for the children. The UK is such a joke of a country. It shouldn't get news coverage. People should be talking about you everywhere because it's a breach of artistic freedom. It is a breach of artistic freedom. You may not like the type of art that she does, but as long as she doesn't base it on an actual human being, it is based on fiction and fiction alone, and drawn on fiction alone, then it should not at all be arrested for that, and basically going for criminal acts, charged with the crime for this, because she's charged with the crime if it's going for criminal acts. Actually, dystopian, they're making you dox yourself for having lewd art of your VTuber character. That's an OC, literal insanity. I'm so sorry, Mimi. We're all here for you. The hell is actually going on in the UK? I'm so sorry for this happening to you, Mimi. You got a new follower and supporter. Typical UK government type of BS. The UK government is one of those places where I just will not go, because right now, everything could be fine and dandy, and in a while, you could end up being on the wrong side of the law because somebody, somewhere, thought, hey, what you're doing is no longer what I'd like you to be doing. So this is why I don't like it. VTuber Mimi got arrested in the UK for her art, the country that arrests people for drawings and speech, but they don't arrest all the R's running around their streets. Ridiculous that the country has become. UK government has completely lost its mind. They just arrested a VTuber for her own fictional artwork. Watching everyone online, privacy is dead, straight 1984. Arresting people from memes and fictional anime art. Forcing Face ID, age verification and everything. Obsessed with banning anime and fiction. Real life for R and M cases gets ignored and no care. Country cares more about drawings than actual crime. And here it says, hold on, you're telling me the UK government arrested a VTuber for artwork of herself. This is artwork of her OC, as you saw in what was shown down here. Artwork of herself, of her own OC. And now forced her to make a new account where she has to keep herself SFW or else she gets arrested. They even made her dox her real name as the header of the new account, as he mentioned here in his first response. It is insane that they even made her dox herself for this. That's why I'm not going to this Mimi Yabai or anything like that. I will not let the government force me to dox her as well. And this is just crazy. Arrested because suggestive art of her model in the UK. She's out on bail, but there's not ongoing investigation going over accounts, contents. Reminded the UK is a hellhole. If you value freedom and expression, it's important to speak against this. That's why I am speaking against this. This should not be allowed. This is not something that you're like, oh, it's another country. Believe me, Every single government out there, this is not a conspiracy, every single government out there loves control. And the more control they can have over you, and if you lay down and let them, they're going to continue having more control. Every government, no matter where you are, will do that. That's what they want. The people in power want to stay in control. That's what they want. I don't like it, so that's why I'm speaking against it. And so many other people have as well. They are hitting back against defamation and the people who do it online. As we're talking about Hololive Productions, which is under the Cover Corporation umbrella, and Cover Corporation is usually the one who does all of these things, you know, all the announcements, as they are doing here. They did 13 hours before I'm recording this. They did announcement of measures taken to combat defamation and other infringement of rights in the fiscal year 2025. Hey, Cover, might as well do something to these accounts. They're actively engaging in slandering activities against your talents and impersonating graduated talents for their own gain. And these are some people that are being called out here. These people here, but let's go to the announcement that they're putting here. It says, thank you very much for your continued support of Cover Corporation. At Cover, we have introduced numerous measures to address rights infringements, including instances of slander and defamation. Our teams work in legal defamation prevention, stream moderation, and inquiry report management, collaborating closely to collect information of fans, talents, employees, and other sources and use it to handle defamation cases. We'd like to provide an update on the rights of everything that's happened from fiscal year 2025 to 2026. At Cover Corp, protecting the dignity and ensuring the safety of our affiliated talents and employees is one of our utmost priorities. So any conduct that infringes on such rights, including defamation, the spreading of unfounded information, or intimidation, will not be tolerated. We will continue to implement comprehensive legal measures in all cases of rights infringement, regardless of background or circumstances. If a case is deemed an instance of rights infringement, not only may the perpetrator be required to pay large sums in damages, the criminal charges may also be filed, leading to an immediate loss of social standing, professional credibility, and basic everyday privileges. Many perpetrators only realize the gravity of their actions once legal action has been taken. Therefore, we urge anyone considering posting on social media or any other platform to consider the impact of their actions may have on others carefully and to ensure their opinions and our information are shared responsibly. We reiterate once again that any ill content that infringes on the rights of Cover Corp talents will not be taken lightly, and remain committed to maintaining a safe and secure environment where talents can carry out their activities and fans can support them without concern. And the measures taken is rights infringement measures, filing requests for disclosure of said information on all these social medias, a number of cases that they're already going after, disclosure requests for filing reports respective platforms requesting deletion of offending posts. So they're not only going to go for information, they're also going to be filing cases, they said, try to remove the posts as well. Overseas measures, cases where filed lawsuits in courts in Japan, outside Japan's jurisdiction. Japan is the easiest way they could do it, but they're doing it in the US and other places where, you know, they can following the laws of those places, try to get disclosures and such like that. Basically, the same thing they're doing in Japan. And closing of malicious content aggregation websites. Administrators of malicious content aggregation websites that consistently repost disseminate defamatory information material regarding Cover affiliate talents are removed. Message boards are removed. They're identified and removed when they get the chance to. Measures preventing improper use of content. Rights infringements, which are belonging to Cover Corp. Basically, if someone takes a full concert and shows it fully on their channel, things like that, they have, you know, if they do it without permission of Cover, then they will, or anything like that. Other than, you know, they do allow clips, so clipping is not an issue. Anything beyond that, though, that where they use everything, it's not fair use, then they will get it removed. Cooperating with the authorities, where you know, any of the affiliated talents, business partners, anything like that are affected, they will contact the authorities, provide necessary information, consult with the police, and take any measures within the legal manners of tightening security and implementing necessary safeguards, including moderation on the chats and things like that, to make sure that criminal charges are given to the people appropriately, or if not criminal, then civil charges as well. And here you have the report form down there if you do want to report any of these infringing things like this person is mentioning here. People are trying to, report on others here. It's just the tip of the iceberg. Knowing more will keep cropping up later just makes me feel so disheartened. There are cases where they're going outside of Japan. Oh, wow, scary. And then, yeah, it's just basically, if you are criticizing them, like I do, I don't have anything to worry about. I'm doing it through legal means, and I'm not breaking or harassing anybody. I'm not doing any kind of defamation in what I do, so I have nothing to worry about. I'm just giving my criticisms. I'm giving my, as informed as I have them in the moment, opinions, and anything that's alleged, I say it's alleged. So I have nothing to worry about, but there are people out there who, boy, they say, you know, people are sleeping with each other, people are doing this, people are doing that, and they go way, way outside the bounds of regular stuff. Those are the ones that have to worry about something. They have shut down as VOLS VTuber agency goes down completely. We are going over here to VOLS, the next generation VTuber production supporting creators. We aim to revolutionize entertainment with immersive digital content inspired. They started around April 2023. They were a English language Filipino focused esports organization created by Crazy PTE. They are saying here that as of midnight PHT on May 1st, VOLS has officially ceased operations. To all of our fans, thank you for nearly 3 wonderful years of support, encouragement, and love. You've been the heart of our journey, and we are deeply grateful to every moment we've shared together. We also extend our sincerest thanks to our talents and their hard work, creativity, and dedication. Wish them the very best as they continue forward, and we hope everyone will keep cheering them on in the future endeavors. While VOLS itself is coming to an end, memories and bonds we built together will always remain. Thank you so much for being part of the journey. Continue on here, we'd like to leave a message for our VOLS and our talents. Feel free to post them here. And the Reco cards there. And this is the bigger version here. And as a last hurrah, a last goodbye, whatever you want to call it, they are going to be having a concert for the very end of things. They are absolutely going to have this on May 3rd. And actually, you know, we're gonna show you the Reco cards here that people have already done. A lot of people have sent their well wishes, their you know, positive messages. It is always something good for the community and they themselves to see that they were loved, they were appreciated, they do matter. That matters a lot. That absolutely matters a lot. So we're going to take a look at like I mentioned, they are actually doing a concert at the very end of everything. Special content will take place after the agency ceases operations. Please join us for one last celebration together. It's our way of saying thank you for all the love, support, and memories you've shared with us. Let's sing, smile, and make this a fun moment unforgettable. So they not only are shutting down, they're having a concert too. Ironmouse is an American female VTuber that's, you know, is from Puerto Rico. She is a veteran. She's grown from a lot and, you know, from nothing to becoming what she is now. She was part of VShojo and now she's independent. And recently she has done something with Matt Mercer along with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Make-A-Wish does a lot of wonderful things for children. It is generally, I believe, under the age of 18. It is for children, usually cancer patients or someone that is terminally ill, and they give them a wish that they want, whether it be, you know, meeting John Cena or whatever it ends up being. They give them a wish. So, and some people met Markiplier, other people like that, in order to have a good time. And one of the things she's doing, she's going to Congress, as she usually does. But let's go with what we were talking about before. Starting now, hope you guys can stop by. Doing One Night in Daggerheart, benefiting Make-A-Wish. It does look like it is a D&D or Daggerheart type thing. It's a tabletop game. And Matthew Mercer and a bunch of others are going to be a part of it. Thank you guys so much for the wonderful stream. We raised over 32K for Make-A-Wish. That's insane for a stream. Thank you to everyone who donated. Thank you so much for the team. And thank you, Matt and Bubby and Tim and Croc and Candy. I had so much fun playing Daggerheart with everyone. Daggerheart is a tabletop game, I believe. And here you go, Matthew Mercer.
I jump on the dragon and I give it a hug and I tell the dragon, please be my friend. You're so cute and you're so sweet and adorable and that guy sucks.
Just wasn't prepared for that one.
My friend.
Fantastic. I will say for this, you could either roll presence or knowledge. Knowledge for the arcana that binds this dragon, presence for just the sheer force of personality to try and break through. This is a very difficult roll.
Oh, man. It's okay, I could try anyway.
Oh.
That's a crit! Are you kidding me?
What?
She got a crit. That's Ironmouse luck right there. That's Ironmouse luck right there. Well, I'm very happy that she was able to get that crit. And as you can see, like I mentioned, they did a really good job here. And she is going to Congress, as she usually does, for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. She always advocates for that. Good luck for her there, too. She is being harassed again as we go to Mikeneko, who has actually been harassed for a very long time. It has not stopped. It continues to go on. She used to be Uruharushia of Hololive, a Menhera VTuber back in the day. I think she's still a little Menhera now, but people don't forgive her for things that she allegedly has done in the past. I say allegedly because none of that stuff has been proven, other than the fact that she was married for a bit. But people still bring some stuff here, as was shown in this post. There are post-fabricating claims like I made advances on a man, but I have never done anything of the sort. Even if I invited it out for a meal, I always decline or stay cautious. The person posting these fabrications almost daily with made-up stories, delusions, and attempts to manipulate impressions. They just want to tarnish my reputation, so please don't believe them at all. I hope you can use this as a community note. I'm completely exhausted myself, and I'm sorry for posting something like this. Yeah, me, Parachan is making fun, of course, of the situation. I think it's fine to hit on a good guy or a good girl, you know. Everyone wants to talk to someone they're curious about. I'm the type who hesitates to even reach out because I don't want to be hated by someone I like. I apologize that the other one was the wrong one. Let's go with the right one here.
同じ人にずっと粘着されていて嫌がらせなどを受けている件なんですけど、今 X でとある方にすごく粘着をされていて困っているんですよね。結構配信にも影響が出てて、メンタル面とかもそうだし、心の負担とかにも結構かかっていて、いつも違う捏造などを発信されているっていう形なんですけど、軽く持ってきたんですけど、ちょっと見てほしくて説明しますね。今から否定だけはさせていただこうかなと思ってます。まずこちら、時系列がバラバラなんですけど、こんな形で、また三毛猫界隈迷惑配信サイトみたいな感じで、私と全く関係ないものというか、全く関係ないことに私の名前を出したりして、なんか私が関与しているみたいな形でこうやって書いてる人がいるんですね。全然私関係ないし、その関与もしてないので、皆様絶対に信じないと思いますけど、信じないでください。他にも持ってきた、少ししか持ってこれなかったんだけど、これでも少しなんだけど、このね、なんか私無断転載
Re-uploaded without permission, which is never good.
有料メンバーシップ限定配信
And it was
の
membership.
映像を無断転載されて、
paywalled.
音声をなんか差し替えられてて、私の名義、そんな中、この風刺なぎって方からこういう風に言われていて、暴言音声がついに本人が私のことを認めて確定してしまうと。してないです。なんかよくわからないことをずっと言っているんですけど、拡散もされてないと思うし、ずっとなんかよくわからないことを言ってるんだけど、
So she did get it removed.
させていただいて、X さんともすごい3回やり取りしたし、嘘ですね。はい、私からすると捏造です。すべて、私からしたらすべて捏造です。でも公開してるんだよって言ってるコメントを読んだ後ぐらいのお話です。あ、そうなんだって。じゃあ報道してもいいのかなって、そういうなんか形でなんかいつものねテンション感で喋ってただけで、私は一切したことがないでしょ刑事告訴してるけど、その刑事告訴した人の名前を出したことなんて一度もないし、本当にしてるんだったらもうしてるよねっていう形なんです。で、
So they try to go after her criminally for whatever
も
reason.
ししたとてなんですけど、そこは自由。
For supposedly like that she was taking stuff down, supposedly
だとは
other
思
stuff
います。
down,
わからない。私はそんなわからないですけど、はい。で、犯罪声明はしてないですね。はっきり言うと。
and doing criminal things
犯罪
apparently.
声明などとおっしゃってますけど、犯罪声明なんて一切しておりません。
So lots of lies.
これ、ついつい法律違反をしてしまうと。これ DMCA っていうね、著作権侵害とかの通報をなんかそれは通ってるんだよね。一方的に消してるわけじゃなくて、だからそういう虚偽申告みたいなこともしてないです。さっきつぶやかれたことなんだけど、アールグレイ事件っていうなんかすごいよくわからないお話をして、永田さん本人もすごい迷惑してるんですよね。で、私が永田さんに言い寄って恋愛関係
And this is the part that they're talking about where there's romantic relationship. There is none
一切な
at
く
the
て、
end.
36でもないです。そこまでもなんかもう36、37、38、40代とかでも慣れちゃって、もう何とも思ってなかったんだけど、私38でも
Whoa, she's talking
35
fast.
でも
Let me slow this down.
37でも38でもないですからね。永田さんの年齢もちょっとわかんなくて申し
I
訳
slowed
ない
it
ん
down
で
and
す
she's
け
still
ど、
talking fast.
こういう形でこういう捏造もされていますと簡単に言うと、全部捏造です。こういうこと一切なくて。
So none of it's true. All fabricated, of course, as expected. It always happens like that online. But this one here is talking about the whole situation here of impersonating fake stuff here. And this whole thing is about the Fushinagi that has been pushing a lot of negative things, has been continuously harassing her, and has been extremely mean to her. I'm glad that she's going after them criminally if she can, but I do hope that people stop being aggressive towards her. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, types, forms, everything in between. The reason why I do this is very simple. I do this because I want it to be a positive space. I want to create a positive space for VTubing where we can each enjoy every VTuber out there, at least the ones that I'm able to show you guys, and, maybe help someone along the way. I wish I had, someone who did this for me way back in the day when I was much, much smaller, so that's why I'm doing it for smaller VTubers as well. And today we're talking about Liliavtuber, Wan Shiba Inu VTuber with love for chocolate milk. And let's take a look at their Twitch here. Specifically, we're going to take a look at a clip in a little bit. But right now, let's take a look at their about screen. I like chocolate milk. And they do have a YouTube, Twitter, etc. Their YouTube right now is a placeholder for, things to come in the future. With some shorts that are actually been put there. But no long-form content yet. But it is growing slowly but surely. And here she is playing the new Tomodachi Life.
Oh, these nuts.
The Marlboro! Stop!
Oh no! The baby with the Marlboro.
No, Stop! Umi, take that away! Take that away!
Baby's first cigarette, I guess.
Take that away! Stop!
So, giving baby their first cigarette. Ah, fresh out the pack, as always. Appreciate you for allowing me to showcase you on my channel, Lilia. I do hope this helps you in some way. In 7 days, I clicked close to 200,000 steps.
Masseuse. Yeah, I mean, follow your dreams or whatever. Follow your dreams.
Don't let your memes be memes or something.
That's where work is good money now. How swollen do they get? Jeez. I mean, it's Japan, so it's also like a lot of walking and.
It is a lot of walking in
I've
Japan.
Never had a good time.
Absolutely a lot of walking in Japan.
Comfortable footwear. Calvin, thank you for 25 currency. Quitting my job to be a foot massager right now. And maybe next time I have a ridiculous layover. You can massage my meat.
Massage my meat? Okay, that becomes something totally different. All right, look, we were talking about feet for a second. Now she wants you to massage her schmeat? What the heck is going on? Did I hear that right?
Have to.
Did I hear that right?
What is your problem, man? What the fuck is your problem? You can be in relatively good shape. without having disgusting feet, okay?
Sure. But like, it went from rubbing feet to rubbing meat. Look, whatever floats your boat. I ain't gonna yuck your yum, but holy crap. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.